Greetings, this is Ross Algar, and you're watching Cards, the collectible card game online of World War II battle. This will be covering the USA training. The first thing you go into anytime you start a game is you have the mulligan phase, which is right here. Now, the way this works is that you can select whatever cards that you've drawn to put back in your hand, and then you get an equal number of cards. However, once you've done that, you're stuck with your hand. So this looks like a good hand to start with. And then we confirm. Looking over the cards here, T-19 Howitzer, War Machine, we got a P-40 Warhawk. Alright, 60th Airborne. And we're up against the Germans. Okay. Now, artillery cards you always want to put in your support line. Although you can bring them up forward if you want to, although I don't advise it. The nice part of artillery is that once you attack, you receive no damage. Well, that's an order card. That'll give me bonus. That'll give me extra credits. Seem to be thinking an awful long time here. Debating whether, well, I can't spend that card now because it costs 2. I only have 1 initially. Card cost. So the really only play here is either I can end my turn or I can play the 506 Airborne, 2 attack, 2 defense. And you play the card just as you put it out there. No, can't do that. Oh yeah, I can, because it's a 0 card. And alright, so I increase the attack and defense of my units. Now, if I remember right, I think that card only lasts for a turn. I might be wrong. No, okay. That order card is permanent. Okay. He moves in the front line and he plays a Reichsbank, which gives him 3 additional credits on the next turn. Debating whether we're spending the War Machine. It looks like we're going to go. So we get an extra credit slot the next turn, but that effectively ends our turn now. Alright. He plays a fighter. Now, the thing with fighters is that if you have units in your support line and you attempt to attack them with a fighter or a bomber, the fighter is going to be able to kill them. Okay, he's playing a battalion card, which costs injury to me once deployed. That's what that special ability was. As you see, my score is down to 19. Alright, so I'm going to counter with the card, although... So if he tries to attack, then I have some counterplay. Alright, now blackout, what that basically does is that pins my unit. He cannot be used either defensively on the player's turn or on my turn. So effectively, I'm not going to be able to have that unit back until the next round. Once my turn's over here. So I've got 5k, got 5 cards in my hand. There's several things that I could do here, but I cannot use that fighter card because it's pinned. Lots of thinking going on here. I can't seem to recall what I was thinking here. Okay, putting the more powerful artillery out, or no, I'm going to put that back in my hand. Oh my goodness, Rosselgar, make a decision. There we go. Okay, the Blitz ability, basically what that is that after he's played on his next turn, he can move and attack the same round. Whereas your infantry, you can either move or attack. The same with the artillery. So my thinking is here, since that German infantry only has an attack value of 1, I could either play one of the other infantry cards in my hand, or the 2 of them. Well, I can only either play one. We can only have 4 in your support line and 4 in your front line. Okay, he's in a smoke screen, so that's why I cannot target that panzer unit. It's a special ability that that panzer unit has, in addition to Blitzkrieg. Now, I think the smart play here would have been to attack the artillery unit, or the German air unit. Yeah, he would have been finished. Okay, in the turn. So you definitely learn from your mistakes in this game. Okay, here it goes. Now here's an order card, a Woken Giant. You deal 2 damage, and you pin a target, if I remember right. If it goes to 0, then the card is destroyed, and you draw a card in its place. Or maybe, okay, maybe I misread that. Alright, should we play the fighter? So now my support line has some ear cover. And this is where I learned I can't put any more cards out. I'm going to have to take the front line and move forward if I want to put any more cards on the table. Okay, here's where I decided, okay, instead of taking pop shots at the endless amount of entry it takes, try to do some damage to the base. Now that one particular cannon there, if I remember, I think that's... No, okay, no, I must be mistaken. There are some guns that double as anti-aircraft and artillery. That hurt. Okay, now I can move him. It increases the support line. I can't move it. It's already been used. Now I can still attack with him. In which case I would attack the headquarters as opposed to the armor unit. It's already been used. Can't use him. The way you can tell whether or not a unit is available is in the number corner in the upper left-hand corner of the card. If it's gold in color, then you have a point to spend. If it's white, however, then the points are used up. You don't have enough to use that card. Now the smoke screen, we saw this earlier, basically once he enters he's hidden from view. And he is on that turn. So he's got kind of the same kind of ability where I can put him into battle right away. Sacrifice my infantry, and then I can move my gives me a +2 in the support line of artillery, and I can do 2 damage to the enemy capital. Interesting. What are you up to? Okay, now you notice, like, since I had that scout car up in the front line, then as soon as I play an infantry card, he gets a bonus to his attack. Alright, and I pretty much, well, yeah, I can still attack with him, but that would pretty much end my turn. Now, you don't want to ever be in a position where you're completely out of cards and all you have, and you don't have anything on the table. The German player is getting very close to that. And I need to be careful that I don't get my units wiped out by bad plays. So as soon as he moves to the front line, he no longer has the support of the scout car who's spotting. The chief thing about the scout car is it's kind of reconnaissance. So it's calling fire and it gives a bonus to hit. But as soon as you move an infantry unit up into the front line, he's going to lose that bonus. Okay, we've got, looks like I'm out of movement points. Yep. What is the German player going to do? He draws a card. There's his panzer unit. And here I've got an overwhelming force card. Now this removes smoke and removes ambush. Does a couple of other useful things. But the safe move is just to bombard him with artillery. I want to try to force him to use his hand here. Get all the cards out of his hand. Because that needs to be subject to just one card at a time, at which point I could pretty well get him. Or I'll probably end him on the next round here. See, I don't have to attack those infantry units. I can go straight for the jugular and attack the capital and win the game. Let's see how long it takes me to figure this out here. This game should have been over by now. My front two units can do a combined damage of 8. Doesn't look like I quite woke up to it yet. No, God. Rossalgar. This is one of the things I mean by trolling. That was absolutely unnecessary. I could have ended the game right there. And I've seen players do this, and even though they know they can win, they've got to make a point of playing all their cards. Which I think, in theory, you could actually hurt yourself. If he puts enough cards on the table to counter me, he could turn the entire game around, where I could have simply won right away. Okay, I removed his smoke screen. It's like, oh! I think this is about the time where I woke up. I could have ended the game 3 turns ago. Just end the game, Ross. End the game. Oh, for heaven's sakes. Okay, well, I won, but that was all completely unnecessary. And like I said, it's training. It's for a reason. All right. Next up, we'll be taking a look at Great Britain play, and or Germany, one of the two, and others. But I hope you're enjoying this review of Cards. It's a great game. It's available on Steam, and it's free to play. Take care and have a great day.